Okay, the garage is there on the right, and the compressor is right above the upper left corner of that window. So the house is about 25 feet, and our room is the left side, but in the front. And even when the compressor starts, we hear the vibrations in the garage. I mean, you hear it from inside the house. It annoys me a little bit, so we'll make a damper to kind of kill those vibrations. Let's get at it. Okay, on the different perspective today, I'm going to try to work on something to kill the noise from that compressor. It gives me about 10 cubic feet per minute at 90 pounds. But the drawback of being just above my entrance door of the garage is it makes lots of vibrations that are audible outside the garage and even from inside the house. So I'm a little bit tired of that, and I'm going to make some vibration damper so it doesn't transmit anymore. Can't kill the higher pitch sounds. It would be like a cage around or something, but for the annoying part, that will be that will be addressed. One little trick here. I need this part here to be the keeper, and this is like 750 thousandths, and this is about 3/8 of an inch, like 350 thousandths. But I need to do some parting on this with the parting blade. If I sneak this in the jaws, I mean, I don't have enough, but I can start measuring from here to there. It will give me enough, let's say, clearance to get my 750 thousandths and still hold it in the jaws. So I put my parting blade there, just touch off. I'll put the DR to 0, back off, get the right distance. And you always make sure, you always make sure that you got proper clearance, and this is the case here. Let's go for a good cut. That piece of pipe is about 2 inches and a quarter in diameter, and the thickness is about 3/16 of an inch. And when you get by the end, you kind of hear the difference between heavy cutting and smaller cutting when you get closer to the end. Cut the part out of there. The bearing. And that's it. I'm using a Hypertherm Power Max 1000 to prepare the parts. Thickness is 5/16 of an inch, and I will cut just like butter. gives a pretty nice finish. I've just used a guide and slid along the guide. Got most of my material ready. The part that goes in the front of the tank and the part that goes under the axle of the compressor. Here the support is going to go down, the support and the compressor is going down in these little grooves, which will be welded on top there. On this here I'll make little hold downs to keep the there's some kind of a bar under, just what the anyway, the part, you know, what the compressor will lay down on this. Let's start some welding now. Okay, before doing any final assembly, I like to do some tacking on my material. It's easier to just keep it in shape and you know, figure out what you did wrong, you know, instead of having everything welded solid and can't do anything with it after. Tack welds, high power. There you go. If you hear the sound of this, it's giving a good penetration in the tacks. There we go. With those parameters, you should be able to achieve something like 150, 170 amps. You need lots of power to go through the mill scale and the hot roll steel. The smaller welders, most of the MIG welders, will really like struggle in achieving a good penetration and a good weld. C'est cocon, je me suis trompé. Fuck. See where tacking's fun? Mistakes. This was so much easier than just going through full-blown welds and starting over. I mean, I made myself the task easier. I'll be better like this. Top part done. Best way to have something in place and not moving. Tack the part on the table. That is not moving. Oh, the issue. Okay, we'll put some winter gloves. This is a little too hot for comfort. And before you unmount your part from the table, you let it cool a little bit, so all the steel will get its shape and stay in that shape. Let's do some cleanup while it cools down. Hey, the flap disc is a nice tool for this. Oops. I guess Tom wouldn't like to weld in this table like that, but that's what these tables are made for. Tacking. There we go. And if you like your table, you try not to groove too deep in it. There we go. Always cleans up better when things are accessible. Here, this is the way it's going. Let's make a few marks. And as long as it's properly decently aligned, it's fine, because it doesn't have to be to the 1000 close. There we go. There you go. Okay. I don't know what it's gonna do, but it should work. Here, what I want to do is give it about 1/8 of an inch a gap to allow full penetration. Tack the first side and adjust for squareness. Where's the square? Where's the square? Okay. Not exactly there, but still easy to adjust. Yeah, the screwdriver. Pry a little bit. Lean it against the square. And almost there. Second tack. And that's gonna be it. Yeah, tip was starting to stick a little bit, so tip glue and should be better. Better. Clean this up a little bit. It's almost 100% penetration almost. It's just like it needs to be grooved a little bit, cleaned up, and in order to keep the part straight, we'll kind of make an even weld on the back side. That'll be much better. This welder can show the amperage and the voltage during the weld process, so you see how it evolves and how it goes. Yeah, it's coming back. You do only one side.
First, I'll be tacking the bottom rings. Just a few, 1 or 2 little tacks each. And now we're going to be tacking the top rings while they're aligned with the bottom ring, so that'll be saving us some realignment. Just shooting the weld on the upwards. And just making a full weld now with the tacks already done. Also doing the other part. Now to weld the support for the under the axle. Just putting the parts in place, tacking. When crooked, a little bit easier when there's one little tack on it. That tack won't be very solid, so it needs to be really remelted and redone hard on the next pass. You can notice I'm not putting full welds all over the place. The more you weld, the heavier the welds, the heat input will deform, and the best thing is to just put what you need, not more than that. It's like avoid over welding. I think it's important to, in order to avoid, let's say that everything gets worked up and so crooked you can't do anything with the piece of metal, that you have to throw it in the garbage. I'll be making some little 45 angle corners there. Just cutting them up, cleaning up lightly. And all corners will be like that. Also for the upper part, so we don't get hung up on them. The the holder's a little bit too high, so cutting them to height. Handheld. Be careful not to hurt yourself in those cases. Make sure the holding position is comfortable and stable. There we go. Cleaning up the edges a little bit. This die grinder, electrical die grinder, does with a wire brush. It does a fantastic job at cleaning low recess corners and like in the welds and the cracks and everything. That's I like that. I like that tool. I like it so much. I use it again. God, yes. Jeez, this guy should go. This I kind of hate. Fuck. Shit. Absorbers made of silicone. They're coming from dried out domestic tubes. Just pop them out and cut them to length. Alright, bye. Let's go try this.